welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo, episode 6. So, last time out, you may remember we subsequently completed the Sunday Cup with my Honda Prelude, and of course, we are now going to head back, of course, to the race events, and we of course are now going to get on with our first special event. But before we do that, I've noticed the one thing you absolutely have to do in this game is essentially upgrade your car for these special events. Well, for most of them anyway. So pretty much most of the events in this game are championships, except of course for the endurance events. So we have a total of 11 special events to get through here. Of course, we probably will be returning to the GT League in time, but, well, before we do this, we're going to head over to Honda and get some tuning on this thing, because we need it. So, obviously, here of course we have got the muffler, which is basically the exhaust. We can also upgrade the brakes, the engine, mission, which is basically transmission. We can also upgrade the turbo with the suspension, which also has stabilizers. We can also upgrade the tyres, which I probably will be doing rather a lot, and we've also got the others category, which is basically body reduction, and yeah. And another thing that I also really like about this game is, well, my personal favourite feature, the racing modification. Now, obviously, I cannot afford it now, because obviously, with the money I have now, it's too expensive, and, well, I will be getting on with the racing modifications eventually, but, well, for now, I'm too poor for that. So obviously, I of course am going to start upgrading this thing. So first off, just put in a little weight reduction, stage 1. This involves making the car body lighter by removing unnecessary parts and changing the materials used. Reducing the weight of the body has many benefits, not least improved acceleration, cornering braking, and tyre durability. So just for a comparison here, my Prelude is currently 1,240 kilograms, and I of course am going to head back over to the Honda section and put on a little bit of weight reduction. So that of course is done, and we of course are going to do some other upgrades to this thing, because, well, we need them. So upgrades for most of these events are pretty much crucial, even though obviously I won't be able to afford all of them. So, there are a lot of things we can upgrade here, and of course I am essentially going to do the engine tuning, because I should probably do that. So, gonna get the stage 1 engine kit, and well, this car of course is probably something I will of course rely on. So anyways, yeah, okay, so now that we've officially got the engine tuning, and well, of course we cannot officially install the turbo, because obviously this car is a natural aspiration engine, and of course we are officially going to fit some stabilizers, because I should probably do that. So fitting stabilizers. I'm also going to fit a sports suspension. And I also need some tyres. Semi-racing, soft. These are 4 sets of semi-racing tyres. Both front and rear tyres are high grip soft compound tyres. Soft compound tyres give good grip, but they wear out quickly. As a result, they are suitable for sprint races. And obviously I am trying not to sound like a nerd, but yeah. But yeah, descriptions. It's what I like to read. Well, I read them very poorly, but obviously, yeah, you know. I just like to read them. And so, I'm going to officially put on the Stage 2 weight reduction as well, because there is something that tells me I probably should. Weight reduction, Stage 2. An extension of Stage 1 which further removes unnecessary parts and changes more body materials. Improved acceleration, cornering braking and tyre durability will result for this upgrade. So just going to put this on just to reduce the weight a little bit more, and I of course am now going to show you how much my car weighs now. So overall I have officially lost this car has officially lost less than 200 kilos from what I originally had, and well, since this is the PAL version of the game, obviously it's essentially kilos, whereas of course in the NTSC version it is essentially pounds, and obviously why the number is a lot bigger, but anyways, yeah. So we are now going to head over to the race events, and our first of 4 B-class events here in the special events, and this is our first one, FF Challenge. The fastest FF sports car is... we are about to find out. Okay, so 3 races for this one, just like in the Sunday Cup. So we've got Deep Forest, Grand Valley East and Special Stage Route 11 to close it off, as most of the championships in this game are ended with Special Stage Route 11 as the final race pretty much of each championship. So 5 grand if we can win a race, 10 grand if we can win the championship, and also 1.5 grand if we can clinch pole position. Which I know is not going to happen, because I know very well I've made the mistake before of saying that my car is agile, when I realised in qualifying it's not. But yeah, so 3 races just like in the Sunday Cup. Let us see how we go. And of course, I am officially going to show you what this looks like. And I would imagine my competitors are probably going to be more powerful than me, so even though I have done a lot of upgrades to this thing, obviously... Oh, okay. So, I would say the others are around about the same power cap as I am. And here of course is the competition we have for this championship. A Mitsubishi Eclipse GT, a 1993 Honda Civic SIR 2, a Mazda Primera 2-litre TE, don't know what the hell that stands for, a Mazda Lantis Type R, and also a Toyota Celica SS2. So, I know I said I wasn't going to risk qualifying, but obviously I'm going to risk it anyway, just to see how far off the pace I am. Hopefully I will not be too far off, but we shall wait and see. Anyways, it is time for qualifying at Deep Forest Reverse. Let's see how terrible this goes. Even though qualifying did not go as bad as I thought it was going to, somehow for this race I did not qualify last. So even though I did not get the pole, surprisingly I managed to qualify higher than I was expecting, because I almost thought for sure I was going to qualify last, but surprisingly I qualified 4th. Anyways, another thing I'm going to show you here is that we also have settings here, so we can basically adjust anything on the car if we were wanting to. So obviously we've got suspension settings, engine settings, and also downforce settings, which unfortunately is something I cannot do because it's only cars with the racing mods that have the possibility of doing that. But anyways, we can also change the parts if we wanted to, but obviously I'm not going to. So yeah, I probably will be doing that over time, but anyways, it is now time for the FF Challenge, Race 1 at Deep Forest Reverse. Hopefully we can win because we have the grip. Grip is important. And also, as you may or may not be able to tell, obviously my car sounds different, and notably that is a result of me fitting the racing muffler, which is essentially the racing exhaust, which I have notably fitted of course to this car, because obviously tuning is crucial in this game. If you essentially want to win pretty much every event in this game, or pretty much every championship, you obviously need to tune the car. But anyways, so again, race pace is proving to be more superior than the quali pace, as I said before. But obviously I'm not going to qualify for the other 2 races because I would imagine it will be unlikely for me to officially clinch the pole. Well, obviously I would say fighting for pole position is going to be completely out of the question with most of these championships. But anyways, after the first lap we are officially up into the lead. And these AI are keeping up relatively well. And I'm off on the grass. But somehow that did not go as terrible as I thought it was going to. Oh shit, I think I just got hit. But somehow I only fell down to 3rd as a result of that. Oh, I'm getting bullied. I need to pull off a dive bomb. Okay, so I'm gonna have to tell myself to not do that again. But again, I probably will do it again at some point. Because how it might be, I'm absolutely prone to a lot of these mistakes. But for the moment, I have managed to retake the lead. In spite of me being bumped by the Eclipse. And also, another thing I've noticed with this game is that, well, the AI can tend to be very aggressive. But it looks like, on this occasion, I will win the race, and in spite of me getting bumped at the start of the 2nd lap, I still managed to beat the Eclipse by half a second. Then it was the Nissan Primera in 3rd, followed by the Civic in 4th, and then it was the Lantis ahead of the Celica. And those of course are the current point standings after race 1. Let us see how the rest of this championship goes. So 5 grand for winning the race, and hopefully if it's possible we can get an additional 10 grand to add on to that. But anyways, 1 down, 2 to go. Can we win the next 2 races? Well, I hope so. But for now, we shall wait and see if we can become successful. Okay, so same grid as last time, but obviously I'm going to skip qualifying because I have a feeling that tells me I will basically be near the back. So I'm not going to bother with qualifying, but instead I am just going to get on with the race. So here we go, race 2 of the FF challenge. Let us see if we can officially pull off our 2nd win in a row. And officially make it 2 out of 2. So, it is now time for race 2. And there is already some contact made between the Celica and the Mantis. And as of which, I am now already up into 5th. And I now move up to 4th. And the Civic is running wide with the Primera. And somehow, in spite of that contact, I was somehow able to get a boost from that somehow, because obviously I got an increase in speed. And now it looks like it's going to be another race between me and the Eclipse. And we are now officially up into the lead for the first time in this race. And yeah, so like I said before, the AI in this game, especially with the rubber banding, can tend to be quite aggressive, and they will literally force you off the circuit if they have the speed to do so, and they are close. Because, god damn it, these AI can definitely be aggressive. And also, we have got the Primera now moving up into 3rd, and also because the rubber banding with the AI is so strong, positions often tend of course to constantly change. With the opponents, unless one of the opponents of course is completely off the pace, but yeah. So, entering the final sequence of corners, I'm getting a little loose there, but again, I do have the grip to win, and I also have the nimbleness to pull off 2 out of 2 wins. And officially overall, it is now a 2 out of 2 for me, and also as well as that, my 10th win overall in terms of my winning streak, because obviously I'm also accounting for the spot races. But yeah, there we are. So, 2 out of 3 for me. It looks like the Eclipse probably will take 2nd. The Primera still isn't guaranteed for 3rd, and also we have a tie for 5th between the Lantis and the Celica, and well, the Civic, he probably will be most likely to take 4th going into the final race. But yeah, there we go. So, it is officially 2 out of 2 for me. And now we move on to our 3rd and final race of the championship. Going of course to the to the notorious Special Stage Route 11. So, in terms of points, all I really need is about 3 points in order to clinch the championship, just like it was in the Sunday Cup, and well, I'm fairly confident I'll probably be able to pull off the win. And of course, I am not even going to bother with qualifying, because with how long this course is, I will almost certainly be last. Because, well, this course, even in slow cars, can still bite you at just the wrong moment. But yeah, so pretty much the same starting order as it has been for pretty much every race in this championship, with the Eclipse on the pole, and hopefully we can win the championship, and if it's possible, make it 3 out of 3 in terms of victories. So yeah. The third and final race of the FF Challenge. And all I really need is 3 points in order to win the championship, but obviously, since I am going for the win, that's essentially what I will be going for in most of these races. And there was definitely some contact there between both me and the Eclipse, as the Civic was just behind us. I am officially up into the lead now for the first time, heading into the hairpin. So everything doing okay at the moment, and sliding a little bit, and now we are approaching the notorious bus stop chicane, the most awkward place on the course in my opinion, considering this is also the longest and toughest course in the game. And well, I will probably also be doing this championship again, because apparently there might be with most of the championships in the special events, or most of the events in the special events, I should say, you can officially win more than just a single prize car. And as far as I know, you can win more than just one prize car from these events, and obviously I will essentially have to show off both of those prize cars as soon as I have notably won the championship again. But anyways, so our second and final lap of the race, here at Special Stage Route 11. The original Special Stage Route 11, which is essentially the difficult one. Or the more difficult one, I should say. Considering Special Stage Route 11 has only really made 2 appearances overall in the Gran Turismo series. It has appeared in this game, as you can see here, and it has also appeared in GT3. Although obviously the GT3 course is slightly better than this course. I mean, there are some positives behind this course, but obviously I know very well that with race cars you can definitely not go through most of these turns flat out, and more often than not, this course can literally turn to fucking bite you very easily. And the reason why I know this is essentially because I have driven this course before, It is easily the longest. It is easily the longest and most difficult of them all, in my opinion. Well, probably not just in my opinion, but yeah, you know, it's just what I think. But yeah. Also, because furthermore, if I can do this championship again, I will also win some additional money, which will actually be good for my financing. And I of course will be less poor if I do that. So yeah. Anyways. It is 3 out of 3 for me, and there of course is the answer to your question. The fastest FF car is, on this occasion, a 1991 Honda Prelude SI, with 3 out of 3 victories to top off the championship. So I won the championship by 9 points once again, with a perfect score of 27. Then it was the Eclipse in second, ahead of the Nissan Primera, who was third, followed by the Civic in fourth. The Celica eventually managed to take 5th, and the Mazda Lantis in this race, as well as the championship, has officially finished last. So the final point standings for this championship are 27 to me, 18 to the Eclipse, 11 to the Primera, 10 to the Civic, 5 to the Celica, and 4 to the Lantis. And also, another thing I really like about this game is how with the finishing screen after the city courses, you can actually see the headlights and tail lights at night. But anyways, we are going to see what our prize car is immediately after I save the replay, and I do not have enough blocks, so I need to get rid of a file here. So that is now gone, and I of course shall now save this replay, considering it is of course the final race of the FF Challenge, and also because essentially overall I really like these cars when you get to look at them in their night form. But anyways, so 10 grand for me, as I have won the championship, and there we go. So it proves of course I am the series champion once again, and we also get a new car. But of course, with most of these events, because you can win more than just one prize car, I will essentially be going for the other prize car as soon as I have officially showed you the first prize car. So back over to the garage. Here of course is the first prize car we win, and it is a Honda CRX SIR as our first prize car we can win from this event. So with most of these special events you can officially win more than just one prize car, and that is precisely what we are going for. But obviously before we do that, I just need to save the game and see how many attempts it will take me to officially get the other prize car, which is a Toyota Celica. So anyways, yeah, time for us to win the championship again. Let's see how many attempts it takes us to get the Celica. We've done the same championship again, and well, for most of the field this time, pretty much the same except for the Civic, and also instead of there officially being a Celica in the field this time, it is now officially a Toyota Starlet. So pretty much the same results again. Again, most of the field pretty much the same, with the Mazda Lantis in last, and also the Eclipse GT managing to take second in this championship ahead of the Civic. So obviously not going to go through all those again. So even though I didn't set any new lap records, I did set a new race record. So we are now up to 47 grand. And I've already saved a replay, so don't need to do that again. And we are, of course, officially going to see if we have managed to win our other prize car on only our first attempt. Yes, but the real question is it the correct machine? No one knows if it is or it isn't. We shall just have to wait and see. So heading back over to the home, and yes, it is the correct machine. So the other prize car we win from the FF Challenge is the Toyota Celica SS2. And as you can see here, it is in purple. And oddly enough, I actually really like this car in purple. So 222 days down, and notably overall our first two championships are now complete. So that of course is the second and other prize car we win from the FF Challenge. So now we shall return to the load and save section and save the game once again. As you can see with the cross and tick icons, the cross obviously means no and the tick means yes, because well, this is the PAL version of the game, and some things are different compared of course to the NTSC version. But there we go. So that was the FF Challenge. Next up is the FR Challenge. Will we win it? We will just have to wait. You will just have to wait and see. But for now, stay tuned for more GT1.